Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cloud Adventures. My name is Anastasia, and I'm a solutions architect with AWS. Today, I am joined by Jonas Oivar, who is the head of product marketing at WCC. Welcome, Jonas.
Thank you, Anastasia. Thanks for having me.
Today, we will be discussing about a recent project of WCC where they deployed their employment platform solution on AWS Outpost. So, Jonas, before we dive deep into the details of AWS Outpost and the project implementation, could you share some general information about WCC and the project?
Yeah, of course. So WCC is a Dutch software vendor where we help governments around the world with various applications. One of our applications is our workforce development platform. We help governments with getting their unemployed people in their country back to work with our proprietary matching engine. And we did this for the country of Malaysia.
Okay, that's great. And I know that you did this implementation on AWS Outpost. So, could you elaborate on the key considerations on why you chose AWS Outpost for this project?
Yes, of course. You can imagine that for these mission critical applications, the government is seeking for the highest security standards. So that's why we've chosen AWS Outpost. With this, we make sure that all the data resides within the country. We also would like to achieve the highest availability, like in the region. And next to that, we also would love to offload the hardware maintenance.
Great, thank you for that. As you mentioned, the key consideration is security, compliance, and data residency. Could you dive deeper in how you actually achieve that with AWS Outpost?
Yeah, so AWS Outpost enables us to have the data encrypted at rest and with the key material at an external device, the Nitro security key. We make sure that the Outpost racks are highly secure. And for our Amazon EBS, we make use of the AWS key management services. And next to that, data in transit is also highly secure with the TLS. And that's very important both to us, but also to our customer.
Great, thank you. So, Jonas, I know that for this project you had a quite strict timeline. Could you explain how AWS Outpost enable you to meet those deadlines?
Yes, of course. Yeah, as a software company, we use different tools to develop our software. And now with our SaaS software also running in different regions, we are able to use the same CloudFormation to deploy our software on AWS Outpost. And this made us move very quickly. And next to that, we're also offloading the hardware maintenance. So this made sure that we can focus on the things we're good at and that all hardware aspects were managed by AWS. So it was perfect.
Great, that's great to hear. Now, as you mentioned before, this is a critical workload. So I can imagine that high availability, disaster recovery are also like crucial parts that you take into consideration when deploying. Could you explain how you achieve that with AWS Outpost?
Yes, I can. So based on AWS advice, we provisioned spare capacity on each rack. And that made sure that if we have any failed components, we can still deliver our service. So that's very important. And next to that, we also made sure that we have provisioned Outpost in two different sites. And both sites are connected to the availability zone. And that made sure that we are always online, so to say, and that we can always have a failback scenario.
So, Jonas, final question for today. What are some of the learnings that you acquired through this project implementation?
So one of the main learnings for us as WCC is that although some governments may not benefit yet from an AWS region or availability zone, we can still provide them with our workforce development software, right, through Outpost. And it made sure that the data residency is in their country and that it's all very high secure. For us as WCC, it showed us that we can benefit from the shared responsibility model, right? That's really important because although we, together with our customer, supply the data center and the physical security around the data center. AWS takes care of everything else, and that's just really great.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for the discussion today, and thank you for watching. If you're interested to learn more about the business side of this implementation of this project, please take a look at the Cloud Adventures episode with my colleague Chavi. Thank you.